On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Stud.
A small object with a head on one end and a sharp point on the other, used for fastening clothing, leather, or other materials. An animal used for breeding, typically a male horse or bull that is of superior breeding stock. Verb, to decorate or adorn with studs, to provide with studs for support.
Examples:
Horse stud, wall stud. He bought a new stud to attach the strap to his watch.
Sociology.
The scientific study of human social behavior, including the way in which people interact with one another, the organizations and institutions they create, and the societies they form.
Examples:
Sociology professor, animal sociology. She studied sociology in college, learning about different societies and how they function.
Sociologist.
A person who studies the institutions and development of human society.
Examples:
Religious sociologist, French sociologist. Sociologist studies the changes in family structure due to modernization.
Invisible.
Impossible or nearly impossible to see.
Examples:
An invisible asset, invisible stars. The phenomenon is invisible at optical wavelengths.
Empathy.
The ability to share another person's feelings or experiences by imagining that person's situation.
Examples:
Full of empathy. Empathy for patients. Empathy is also necessary to understand history.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Coal.
A combustible black or brownish-black sedimentary rock that is found below the ground and burnt to produce heat.
Examples:
A coal-fired ship. Construction of new coal plants. We combust coal and other fossil fuels to generate electricity.
Rail.
A long, thin piece of metal or wood that is used to make fences or as a support for something. Verb, to complain bitterly.
Examples:
Rail system. Rail against his enemies. The children leaned over the bridge rail to watch the fish swimming below.
Shipload.
A large quantity or amount of goods, cargo, or materials that can be transported on a ship, a load or shipment that is sufficient to fill a ship.
Examples:
Shipload tonnage. Shipload of supplies. The port received a shipload quantity of goods that took days to unload.
Fabulous.
Extremely pleasing or good, based on or told of in traditional stories.
Examples:
A fabulous price. A fabulous monster. Thank you for inviting such a fabulous party tonight.
Wealth.
A large amount of money, property, or other things that someone or an organization owns.
Examples:
Majority of his wealth. Material wealth. The wealth inequality was unavoidable.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
Economy of scale. Economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Despair.
The feeling that there is no hope and you cannot do anything to improve a difficult situation.
Examples:
Despair at the future. Untold despair. His friend's death drove him to despair.
Deprivation.
A state of not having something, such as food or money, that you need for a pleasant life.
Examples:
Chronic sleep deprivation. Deprivation of liberty. Losing him is great deprivation to our team.
Struggle.
To make a great effort to do something when it is difficult, or there are a lot of problems, to use force or violence to break away from restraint or constriction.
Examples:
Struggle against discrimination. Struggle to get the job. He could not struggle against temptation.
Ingratiate.
To try to gain favor, approval, or acceptance by doing or saying things that please others, to make oneself more attractive or agreeable to someone.
Examples:
Ingratiate by doing favors. Ingratiate with the boss. She tried to ingratiate herself with the boss by praising his work.
Ruling.
A decision, judgment, or decree made by a judge, court, or other authority, a set of guiding principles or regulations that dictate behavior or procedures. Adjective, dominant or authoritative in a particular situation.
Examples:
Legal ruling. Supreme Court ruling. The judge's ruling was in favor of the defendant.
Vast.
Enormous in size, number, amount, or quantity.
Examples:
Vast majority. Vast desert. A vast audience viewed the broadcast.
Elite.
Belonging to the wealthiest, most potent, best educated, or best trained group in a society.
Examples:
Earn elite status. Elite athlete. Very few educational elites go to Oxford or Cambridge.
Military.
Relating to or characteristic of members of the armed forces, of or relating to war or warfare.
Examples:
A military operation. A military leader. The military academy was known for its strict discipline and training.
Sophisticated.
Having a great deal of worldly experience and knowledge of people's behavior, culture, and fashion.
Examples:
Sophisticated look. A sophisticated lifestyle. Marketing strategies are growing more sophisticated.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Doe.
A mature female of mammals of which the male is called a buck, such as a deer or a rabbit.
Examples:
Doe rabbit. Buck and doe. Hunters use a whistle that makes the doe sound to lure stags.
Symbol.
Something visible that is used to represent something else.
Examples:
Symbol color. Symbol for happiness. The dragon is considered a symbol of bravery.
Constant.
Happening repeatedly or all the time.
Examples:
A constant wind. A constant temperature. Constant dropping wears away the stone.
Reminder.
Something that serves to jog or refresh one's memory. A prompt or message that helps to recall or remember something.
Examples:
Reminder message. Reminder email. The sticky notes served as helpful reminders of important tasks that needed to be completed.
Thermostat.
A device that automatically regulates temperature by controlling the heating or cooling system based on the temperature in a room or building.
Examples:
Thermostat settings. Smart thermostat. The digital thermostat has a programmable feature, and it can be controlled through your smartphone.
Ugly.
Unattractive in appearance, unpleasant to look at.
Examples:
An ugly sound. Ugly building. The ugly truth was that he had been lying to her for months.
Troop.
A group of soldiers, especially a large one, a group of people, animals, or things considered as a unit.
Examples:
The members of a military troop. A troop of deer. The troop of soldiers marched through the city in a parade.
Warm up.
To prepare oneself physically, mentally, or emotionally for an activity or performance by engaging in light exercises, practice, or relaxation techniques. Noun, a period of preparation or exercise that is done before a more intense activity or performance.
Examples:
Warm-up exercises. Warm up the crowd. It's important to warm up before exercising to prevent injury.
Radical.
Relating to the essential aspects of anything, far beyond the norm, mainly used of opinions and actions.
Examples:
A radical flaw in the plan. A radical cure. The government established by the coup was more radical than before.
Experiment.
The scientific test conducted to observe what happens and gain new knowledge.
Examples:
Experiment design. Series of experiments. His experiments showed highly positive results.
Remainder.
The part of something that is left over when the rest has been used or taken.
Examples:
Division with remainder. The remainder of my life. The remainder of the cake was put in the fridge for tomorrow.
Ordinary.
Not different, exceptional, or unexpected in any way, especially in quality, ability, size, or degree.
Examples:
An ordinary school. Ordinary annual revenue. The ordinary session of the Diet opened.
Satellite.
An electronic device that is sent up into space and moves around the Earth or another planet, used for gathering information or communicating by radio, television, etc.
Examples:
A GPS satellite. A meteorological satellite. Launching an artificial satellite contributed to the technological development of our country.
Incursion.
A sudden or brief invasion or attack, the act of entering into something in a way that is not authorized or welcomed.
Examples:
Armed incursion. Sudden incursion. The enemy made an incursion into the country.
Dependent.
Relying on someone or something else for support or aid.
Examples:
Dose-dependent induction. A dependent person. The small island nation is heavily dependent on tourism as its main source of income.
Blonde.
Of a light, yellowish brown or golden color, typically describing hair color, also spelled blonde, a female with such hair color.
Examples:
Blonde fuzz, ash blonde ringlet. She's a natural blonde and doesn't need to dye her hair.
Impressive.
Arousing admiration due to size, quality, or skill.
Examples:
Impressive performances. An impressive array of facts. The budget reduction was an impressive feat for our nation.
Poverty.
The condition of being extremely poor.
Examples:
Poverty alleviation. The cycle of poverty. Many studies have investigated the relationship between poverty and academic achievement.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Population.
The total number of people in a country, region, or location.
Examples:
Population change. Labor population. In just 4 years, the population has doubled.
Gassing.
The act of exposing something to a specific type of gas for a particular purpose. The use of poisonous gas as a weapon or as a method of capital punishment.
Examples:
Nitrogen gassing. Gassing chamber. The laboratory set strict guidelines for controlled gassing to protect both the samples and the researchers.
Stake.
A share or financial investment in something such as a business, a wooden or metal post set up to mark something.
Examples:
Execution by burning at a stake. By the company's stake. The stake of the company is too high nowadays.
Suddenly.
Quickly and unexpectedly.
Examples:
Suddenly attacked by an enemy. Die suddenly. Who answers suddenly knows little.
Hub.
The central or main part of a particular place, activity, network, etc. The central part of a car wheel, fan, propeller, etc., through which the shaft or axle passes.
Examples:
A hub of commerce. Education hub. This airport has taken the first step to become an international hub airport.
Democracy.
A form of government in which the people have the authority to deliberate and decide legislation, or to choose governing officials to do so.
Examples:
Democracy advocate. Principles of democracy. Democracy often entails inclusive capitalism as well.
Odd.
Strange or unexpected, not divisible by two.
Examples:
In an odd way. Odd behavior. His grandfather was an odd man.
Sanction.
Official permission or approval for an action, especially an economic or political action by a government or international organization. A penalty or punishment imposed for breaking the law, rule, or agreement. Verb: to impose a penalty or punishment for breaking the law, rule, or agreement.
Examples:
Imperial sanction. Popular sanction. The government imposed economic sanctions on the country.
Occupation.
A person's job or profession, the act of taking possession.
Examples:
Occupation disease. Occupation of a building. The police stopped the suspicious person and asked him to give his name, address, and occupation.
Insurgent.
Rising against established authority or government, characterized by rebellion, dissent, or insurgency.
Examples:
Insurgent attack. Insurgent group. The government forces fought brutally against the insurgent rebels in the remote region.
Unleash.
To suddenly release a strong force, emotion, etc. that cannot be controlled.
Examples:
Unleash a hound. Unleash her anger. The general was still reluctant to unleash his troops in pursuit of an enemy.
Civilian.
A person who is not a member of the military or armed forces. A person who is not a law enforcement officer or public official in a position of authority or responsibility.
Examples:
Civilian casualties. Civilian life. The army is instructed not to target any civilians during the conflict.
Forefront.
The leading or most important position or place, the forefront of a movement or cause.
Examples:
Forefront technology. The forefront of an air mass. Education is at the forefront of our society's priorities for ensuring a better future.
Sorrow.
A feeling of deep sadness, grief, or regret, especially for something lost or ending.
Examples:
Deep sorrow. Sorrow for sin. The death of her best friend filled her with sorrow.
Touched.
Affected emotionally or mentally, moved, showing a slight change or alteration.
Examples:
Touched-hearted audience. Emotionally touched by the speech. He gave a touched smile as he read the heartfelt message in the card from his daughter.
Violent.
Involving or caused by physical force or aggression against someone or something.
Examples:
Victim of a violent crime. Violent incident. The protesters became violent when the police tried to disperse them.
Bloodshed.
The act of shedding blood, often used to describe violence or war, injury or death caused by violence or conflict.
Examples:
bloody bloodshed, massive bloodshed. The negotiations failed, leading to threats of bloodshed between the two countries.
Horror.
Intense fear or disgust, especially at something shocking or terrifying.
Examples:
horror movie, horror-struck look. The stories of war crimes filled her with horror.
Christ.
The man that Christians believe is the prophet and the Son of God, and whose life and sermons form the basis for Christianity.
Examples:
teaching of Christ, before Christ. Christmas is the day to celebrate the birth of Christ.
Worship.
To have or show a strong feeling of profound respect and admiration for a religious entity such as God or a god.
Examples:
worship God, absolutely worship. They traditionally worship their guru.
Insignia.
A badge, emblem, or symbol that represents a particular organization, office, or rank. A distinguishing mark or badge that indicates membership or affiliation with a particular group or organization.
Examples:
naval insignia, school insignia. The military uniform had a bright red insignia on the sleeve.
Church.
A building or institution dedicated to religious worship or activities, a Christian religious organization or denomination.
Examples:
church bell, small church. The church on the corner is hosting a free community meal tonight.
Pray.
To make a request or petition to a higher power, especially in the form of a respectful or humble request.
Examples:
pray devoutly, pray for rain. She closed her eyes and prayed for strength to overcome difficult times.
Guidance.
Advice or instructions given to help direct someone's behavior or decision-making.
Examples:
vocational guidance, guidance counselor. The mentor provided guidance to the young entrepreneur, helping her navigate the business world.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Idol.
An image or representation of a god or goddess, or a person or thing that is greatly admired, loved, or revered.
Examples:
Idol worship. Idol singer. He was an idol to his fans, who looked up to him as a role model.
Convert.
To turn something into a different form, to transform.
Examples:
Convert fat into energy. Convert base 10 to base 16. I want to convert my sadness into strength.
Rid.
To make someone or something free of unwanted or unpleasant tasks, objects, or person.
Examples:
Get rid of the rats. Rid the body of waste products. We must rid ourselves of pollution.
Religion.
A deep conviction in a supernatural power that controls human destiny.
Examples:
Religion sociology. Freedom of religion. Their religion strictly prohibits them from drinking or gambling.
Commander.
A person who holds authority or control over a group or organization, particularly in a military, naval, or aerospace context, an official in charge of a particular aspect of operations, such as a commander of a ship or a commander of the Air Force.
Examples:
Commander-in-Chief. Police commander. The military commander led their troops into battle with precision and strategic planning.
Invasion.
Armies act of forcibly entering another country or territory to take control of it.
Examples:
The Turkish invasion. Home invasion. An invasion would most probably result in a political catastrophe.
Bush.
A plant growing thickly with many small branches and several stiff stems coming up from the root.
Examples:
Trees and bushes. A bush of hair. I am going to trim this bush off.
Crusade.
A series of wars fought by Christians in the Middle Ages to recover the Holy Land from the Muslims, a series of actions advancing a principle or tending toward a particular end.
Examples:
A crusade against smoking. Environmental crusade. During the Crusade period, many European Christians went on a pilgrimage to the Holy Land.
Holy.
Of or related to a god, divine power, or a particular religion.
Examples:
A holy man. A holy shrine. They gathered to hear the holy teachings of the Guru.
Invade.
To enter aggressively into another's territory by military force for conquest and occupation.
Examples:
Invade other tissues. Invade his privacy. I have no intention to invade your privacy.
Subdue.
To conquer, to bring under control.
Examples:
subdue a confusion, subdue his anger. The police used tear gas to subdue the violent crowd.
Submit.
To give or offer a document, proposal, etc. to a decision maker for examination or consideration.
Examples:
agree to submit the bill, submit an application. Please submit the assignment to me.
Frightening.
Causing fear or alarm, or very surprising and alarming.
Examples:
cast frightening eyes, frightening experience. The news of the pandemic was a frightening reminder of the fragility of human health.
Knuckle.
One of the joint-like parts of the fingers and toes, especially of the hand.
Examples:
knuckle sandwich, bare knuckle boxer. He cracked his knuckles nervously before the presentation.
Context.
The circumstances, facts, or conditions that surround a particular event, situation, or statement and that give it meaning.
Examples:
historical context, legal context. It's important to understand the context of a situation before making a decision.
Protest.
A strong expression of disagreement, disapproval, or opposition.
Examples:
hold a protest, a silent protest. He left the party in protest at its radical political stance.
Evil.
Profoundly immoral, cruel, and wicked, having or exerting a harmful effect on people.
Examples:
evil ways, a charm against evil. Corruption is an evil act for any reason.
Cousin.
The child of your aunt or uncle.
Examples:
cross-cousin marriage, cousin's family. I used to play with my younger male cousins when I was a little girl.
Bible.
The sacred writings of the Christian religions, consisting of the Old and New Testaments, a book regarded as authoritative in its field.
Examples:
a passage from the Bible. Believe Bible prophecy. Students have loved this textbook for many years as a biology Bible.
Toss.
To throw something carelessly with a light motion.
Examples:
toss a coin, toss the bottle into a trash can. It would be best if you tossed out all those old magazines.
Maintenance.
The act or process of keeping something, either artificial materials or living things, in good condition, the money needed for a person's or family's living expenses.
Examples:
The maintenance of the car. Maintenance work. We have decided to extend our maintenance contract until next year.
Nowhere.
Not in, at, or to any place, not anywhere.
Examples:
Nowhere else to go. Come out of nowhere. I've been thinking all day and getting nowhere.
Scare.
To frighten a person or animal, or to become frightened.
Examples:
Scare off her attacker by screaming. Scare the birds away. We hit the ground to scare out the rabbits.
Generalize.
To make something, such as a theory, idea, etc., more widespread or widely applicable based on what is true in some cases.
Examples:
Generalize Kepler's first law. Generalize sophisticatedly. It's dangerous to generalize about people.
Killing.
The act of causing death, a sudden and intense force or effect that causes significant damage or destruction. A situation where someone is making a substantial amount of money or experiencing significant financial success.
Examples:
Killing spree. Profit killing. The killing of unarmed civilians is considered a war crime.
Terror.
Intense fear, a state of intense fear or alarm.
Examples:
Terror attack. Terror group. The bomb blast spread terror among the people.
Perspective.
A certain attitude towards something, a particular style of thinking about something.
Examples:
A perspective view. Perspective of the battle. His father's death changed his whole perspective on life.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples:
Norm of action. Cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Standing.
Existing or remaining upright, having a vertical position, noun, social, financial, or professional status or reputation.
Examples:
Standing water. His social standing. The standing concert was packed with fans.
Uprising.
A public rebellion, especially against an established government or authority.
Examples:
Stage an uprising. Violent uprising. The anti-government uprising was successful in overthrowing the regime.
Invite.
To ask someone to come or join, to offer an opportunity or possibility for something to happen or take place.
Examples:
Invite guests. Invite criticism. We want to invite you to our annual charity event.
Gentle.
Having or showing a kindly or tender nature, soft and mild.
Examples:
In a gentle voice. Gentle downward slope. Her gentle manner relaxed everyone there.
Succeed.
To accomplish or achieve a desired or intended result or goal. To prosper or attain success in a given field or endeavor.
Examples:
Succeed beyond expectations. Succeed academically. I hope to succeed in my career and live a happy life.
Rage.
A strong feeling of anger or violence.
Examples:
Uncontrollable rage. Fall into a rage. She was filled with a burning rage at the injustice she had witnessed.
Wring.
To twist, squeeze, or compress something, especially to extract liquid or force out excess, to cause emotional or mental distress, to extract information by force or pressure.
Examples:
Wring out a towel. Wring a secret. I had to wring out my wet clothes before putting them in the dryer.
Brutal.
Harsh or cruel.
Examples:
Brutal bully. Brutal honesty. The brutal attack left the victim with serious injuries.
Patriotic.
Having or showing love for one's country and a desire for its success and welfare.
Examples:
Patriotic duty. Patriotic fervor. He was wearing a patriotic t-shirt with the American flag on it.
Defend.
To protect someone or something from attack, criticism, danger, etc.
Examples:
Defend my country. Defend against a threat. International law allows each nation to defend itself when its rights and interests are illegally violated.
Fiber.
Thread or filament used to make a vegetable tissue, mineral material, or textile.
Examples:
Carbon fiber. Synthetic fiber. We must consume dietary fiber to maintain good health.
Analyze.
To think about in depth and evaluate to discover essential features or meaning.
Examples:
Analyze a chemical compound. Analyze your real motives. The teacher attempted to analyze the root cause of our mistake.
Aspect.
One part or feature of a situation, problem, subject, etc.
Examples:
Non-technical aspects of the job. Aspects of social, political, and economic life. His professional experience includes all aspects of media production.
Pass.
No longer fashionable or current, outdated, considered to be old-fashioned or out of date.
Examples:
Passé entertainment. Passé trend. Bell-bottom jeans, once considered passé fashion, have made a surprising comeback in recent years.
Lane.
A narrow road in the countryside, a well-defined track or path for someone such as a swimmer or driver.
Examples:
Lane change. First lane. We walked along a muddy lane to reach the farm.
Annoy.
To make someone angry, anxious, or irritating slightly.
Examples:
Annoy at the time. Annoy everyone else. Her constant chatter was starting to annoy the neighbors.
Lawn.
A stretch of ground covered with grass, typically attached to a house, and often used for recreation or aesthetics.
Examples:
Lawn mower. Lush lawn. The family enjoyed a picnic on the lawn in the park.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Attend.
To be present at an event, to go to a place.
Examples:
Attend a meeting. Attend service. We must attend to this matter.
Vision.
The ability to think about or see the future with imagination and intelligence, the faculty of being able to see.
Examples:
A prodigious vision. Telescopic vision. Driving is difficult for me because of my poor vision.
Enlighten.
To give someone greater knowledge or understanding about a particular subject or situation, often in a spiritual or moral sense.
Examples:
Enlighten legions of people. Enlighten other countries. The teacher sought to enlighten her students by introducing them to new ideas and perspectives.